A woman was arriving at a meeting, but at that moment a man ended up sitting where she would have sat. He then said that he didn't care what happened to her because he had sat down first. She said she had a lot of pain in her back and feet, but the woman who was next to the man said she should find another place to sit and that she didn't care what happened to the woman. The man then said that he was sure that that child did not have a father because no man would have the courage to have a relationship with that woman. At that moment another woman appears and says that the woman could sit in her wheelchair. Hearing that, they start to laugh at the situation and then the woman tells the other woman that she didn't need to worry about that. The woman then asked the other woman if she was there for the job interview and the other woman said yes. She said she hoped for luck in that interview as she had already been to many. The young woman then said that the other woman should leave as they would never hire someone who was in a wheelchair and they start laughing. At that moment a man appears and says that the young woman could come in for the interview. The young woman then said that she was very excited about it and followed the man into the room. When she left, the woman told another woman that she didn't need to worry about that because she was sure that the other woman would get the job. Inside the room the man told the young woman that they would soon start the interview, and when he went to his table he ended up dropping some notes on the floor which made the young woman pay attention to that. He then asked for the young woman's CV and she handed it to him, and while the man was looking at the young woman's CV she was picking up the money that was on the floor without him noticing. He then said that her CV was very good and she said that she had studied at the best universities in that country. He then goes on to say that she actually had an excellent resume and that he was looking for someone who had the ability she had. He then asked her if she defined herself as a person who knew how to deal with other people and she said yes because she was a very sociable person. The man then said that he would continue the interviews and he would interview someone else, but that he was sure that she was a candidate with a lot of potential. She then said that he didn't need to worry about interviewing other people because she was the right person, and then she leaves. Meanwhile the woman was asking another woman if she knew what time it was and she said yes. When she went to take her phone out of her pocket she ended up dropping her wallet, and then the woman took her wallet and said that her daughter was very beautiful. The other woman said that she knew her daughter was very beautiful and said it was 9 o'clock in the morning. She then said that her daughter was the most important person in her life and that was why she was in that interview, because she wanted to give her daughter a better future. The woman then said that she was also there to give her daughter a better future, but the other man said that she should give up on giving her daughter a better life because she was incapable of doing that. The woman then said that the man shouldn't talk to people like that and that he should have more respect, but he said that he didn't care about that and that they would never get the job because he would win the position. When he left, the woman told the other woman that she didn't need to worry about that because she was an excellent person. The man then entered the room to do the interview, and then the other man said he could sit down to begin the interview. When the man went back to his table he ended up dropping his wallet, which caused the other man to start watching. He then said that the other man had a very good resume and the other man said that he had studied at the best colleges in the country. He said he was the best candidate for that position and the man said he was really a very qualified person for that position. He said the other man was very nice, and then the other man hands the wallet to the man who says he didn't realize his wallet had fallen out. He said that the man should pay more attention to that because many people were after easy money and could steal the man's wallet, and the man said that he would pay attention to that. He then said he would contact the other man and the other man said he knew he was the perfect candidate for that position, and then he left. Meanwhile, the woman was saying that she was going to leave, but the other woman said that she didn't understand that she should stay to do the interview. The woman then said it wasn't necessary and then leaves. The young woman then said that the other woman should also do that and leave as she would never get that job. At that moment the man appears and asks where the woman is, and then the young woman said that she left and that the other woman should also go. The man said she was right and that she should leave as that position already belonged to him. She then said that despite being a very good candidate, she would still get that position, but he said that she had already lost because he was an excellent candidate. The young woman said that she knew that the position would be contested between them and that the other woman should leave as she would never get it. Inside the interview, the man said that he was very anxious to do that interview, and when he was going to his desk he again dropped his wallet on the floor. The man then told the other woman that he needed to talk to her about something very important because he had realized that she had a disability and wanted to know how she could help the company with that disability. She said she knew her legs didn't work anymore, but that didn't stop her from being very good with numbers and that she would help the company a lot. The man said that this was something very important to him, but that he also needed to talk about the woman's resume as it was far below the other candidates. She said that unfortunately she was not able to have more professional experiences because of her disability and because of her daughter. She said that now that her daughter had grown up she decided to look for a job. He said that he understood her reasons and that she was very good for the position, but that she had to understand that she was not the best candidate there. She then said that she knew she was not the best candidate for that position, but that she was very efficient. Later they were continuing with the interview, and then the man said that they would have to go through a test where they would have to write the right answers in the test and that whoever got the most questions right would receive the job. He then wishes good luck to all the candidates and leaves. When he left, the other man showed the young woman what he had achieved in that interview, and she said that she had also made a lot of money there. Later they were trying to solve the questions and the other man asked the young woman if she knew the answer, but she said no. He then said that he would not try to solve it and that he would look for answers on the internet. Seeing that, the woman said that he shouldn't do that because he was cheating, but he said that she should mind her own business and that he would do whatever he wanted. At that moment the young woman said to the other man that the woman seemed to know the answers. He then went to her and caught the word she was doing, and she asked what he was doing. He realizes that she had actually finished all the questions and says that she seemed to be very intelligent. The young woman then asked the other man what the answers were, and then the woman told him not to do that because he was cheating. She then said that if he didn't return his test she would tell the man everything. He then asked her if she was really going to tell the man what had happened there, and she said yes because he was cheating. He then said that she couldn't tell the man what had happened because he would say that she had gone crazy and tore up her evidence. He then said that she would never get that job. She said that wasn't true, so the other man told the young woman to help him and they started trying to knock the woman out of her wheelchair. At that moment the man appeared and he asked what was happening there. The other man said that they weren't doing anything much, and then the woman tried to tell the man what had happened, but he said that before they said anything he had something very important to show. He then opened the door and showed that the other woman was there, which left everyone very surprised, and the young woman said that she had already left. They then begin to wonder what had happened there, and then the man reveals that the other woman would decide who would get that vacancy. The young woman asked why, and the man said that the other woman was the owner of that company. This leaves them very surprised, and then the other woman said that everything that had happened until that moment was a big test. Hearing that, the man said that if he had known that she was the owner of the company he would have let her sit in his place. She then said that he should have done that for everyone and not just for the company owner. She said that she had already made the decision and the woman got the position, which left everyone very surprised and indignant. The other woman said that she had reached that conclusion because the woman was the most qualified person who had passed the tests. We are then shown that the woman had given the money back to the man and he said he hadn't realized he had dropped it. The other woman then said that she needed them to leave and they left complaining that they didn't want to stay there anymore. They were leaving and then the man came after him and said he wanted his money back, and when they gave him his money back he told them to leave and never come back. The woman said that she was very surprised by what had happened because she had no idea that the other woman was the owner of the company. The other woman said that she was the most qualified person because she was a very honest person. The woman said that she was very grateful and that she would not disappoint the other woman.